All right, well, listen, how was dinner? I need a little more energy, okay? How was dinner? All right, good. Hey, so I'm happy to be here tonight. I've been put on alert, okay? I have to stay on script. Santini. So I was playing golf, and I thought I was the Secret Service. I was playing with Santini, Ginsburg, and Big Mike, past presidents. I was the Secret Service, okay? That's a joke, you can laugh. But they told me as I was getting out of the cart that I have to stay on script, and Mark met me at 4 o'clock to go over the script. I can't do it. Won't do it, can't do it. So listen, I'm going to get off script for a second, Mark. Don't yell at me. Darmesh, don't yell at me. All right? Happy birthday again, okay? Quick show of hands, folks. Who has ever eaten ice cream for breakfast? Okay. Very good. That's the spirit. You know why? We want today, tonight, and the rest of the week. Bold, curious, and ready to try something new every day. So before I kind of do the stuff I'm supposed to be doing, I was going outside for a second, and somebody stopped me and they said, "We never toast each other." And it caught me. I said, okay. He says, "You need to do that." I said, "Well, I'm on a script, dude. I can't do anything." But I think it's appropriate. So you guys raise your glasses. And if I had a glass, I would raise it. So believe I have a glass. And I think you should toast to each other, to the brotherhood, and the good times for 2026. All right? How'd I do? You liked it. All right, so our industry is very cool. Would you disagree with that? Literally and figuratively. But behind every pint is passion. Behind every flavor is innovation. And behind every brand is a story. This convention is where these stories come together to share, to learn, and to build the next scoop of success. That was not scripted, that came from my heart. So it's all up to you, it's all up to the convention. And I was sitting outside today talking to Bailey Jordan about business. And we do talk about that. And I said to, Bailey, I said, everybody came to this convention from somewhere. They came from their legacy business. They left their families, they left their kids, they left their spouses, significant others, and they came here. And I think as I was coming back in, Santini told me not to steal his thunder, but I think the attendance is the best it's ever been ever. So put your hands together for that. But they came here, you came here for a reason. So I'm going to ask you a question. You can answer it Thursday before we break. What is your why? Why did you leave your families? Why did you leave your business? And what is your why that you're here today and this week? Just think about that during the sessions. All right, so a couple kudos. This is a couple kudos because that's part of what we do here. First of all, I'd like to thank on behalf of Tika, did I say that wrong? Taika? Thank you. I'd like to thank Magnum Ice Cream. Did I say that right? Okay. All right, 50%. For dinner tonight. So you can put your hands together for the Magnum folks. I also like to thank, and I'm not going to name everyone because I was told not to. It takes time. I got to stay on schedule. But this is a big deal. This thing doesn't happen without sponsors. So on behalf of all our sponsors, one big thank you and appreciation for what you guys do, what you continue to do to make this event, this convention, what it is today. So put your guys together, your hands for everyone. So thank you, sponsors. So tonight is really an evening of celebration and recognition. So I'm going to kick that off before I turn it over to Mr. Mark Santini and celebrate some past presidents that are here today. Now, when I call your name, I would like you to stand up and hold your applause, because we make one big applause at the very end. So 2017, 2018, Michelle Barton. Obviously, you guys can't take direction. All right. Michelle, did you stand up? Will you please stay standing up? And guys, next time, no applause, okay? We're going to do big applause at the end. All right. This is one of my playing partners today, Big Mike Gardner, ladies and gentlemen. 2023, 2024. All right, hey, you guys are good. You're learning, all right? It's my other playing partner today. Whew, a lot of years, man. He must be an old dude. 1995, 1996, 2019, and 2020, Mr. Bruce Ginsburg. Bruce, are you standing? I see you back there. Well done. Big Mike, where are you? Okay. And Michelle, I see you. And you're looking beautiful tonight, by the way. All right. Nick Bott. 2007, 2008. Where's Nick? Hey, Nick. And finally, 2001, 2002, 2015, 2016, from the great state of Texas, Mr. Hoss Rafferty. All right, put your hands together. All right. I need Bruce. Bruce, you can stay standing. Everybody can sit for a second. Bruce, if you could stand, stay standing. Hoss, if you can, where are you, Hoss? Stay up. Mr. Steve Cox, would you stand up? Ladies and gentlemen, past Hall of Famers, put your hands together. All right, and finally, and then I'm going to go away, and the professionals will come up here. They told me just to introduce Mark Santini, and I will. But, you know, leadership is paramount. Leaders eat last. I can give you all kind of cliches about leaders. But Mark is a true leader, man. He is at the bottom of the line. He does eat last, and he only wants the best for this group. And you can see it in his passion, his excitement. And put your hands together for Mr. Mark Santini.
Hope you guys enjoyed dinner. Also, I hope those who golfed enjoyed golf today, because I know I sure did. So, as John mentioned, we had a lot of our past presidents stand up, and I want to make an announcement first about our shift in our association started back in 2020, and the bold move by Mr. Bruce Ginsburg of changing our direction and making this association not just about mobile vending and distributors, more about manufacturers, service providers, and taking our board to 21 board members, and a bold move on his part. Mike Gardner became the first manufacturer president of our association, helped our association rebrand to our new name. I know everybody had a hard time saying our old acronym, and still mess up the new one a little bit, but set us in the right direction. Our board these are 21 volunteers, and I'd like all 21 volunteers to stand up, please, for your hard work this year and in the past year, for all the work you've done, volunteer hours. Keep standing. Also, the committee, non-board member committee members that also help out, that work their way into the association to learn about our board, that just test it out for a while. We have committee members that support those divisions. You guys also stand up. Sean, come on. Brian, stand up. We've made a dramatic shift in our association, so thank you guys for all your hard work and dedication. Also, this won't happen. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes. We have a great management company, Clemens Management Company. Ladies, would you please stand? Come on. I'm a high energy guy. I probably drink about 2 to 3 bangs a day. I'm just full of energy. They kind of keep me in line, so I appreciate all their hard work. Our golf tournament, we want this philanthropy thing to do every year. Mike did it, brought it back again when we did Give Kids the World. Last year we did ALS. This year, our charity event was for Wounded Warriors. And with all the support from our sponsors and our participants, we were able to raise $7,500 to the Wounded Warriors Foundation. Ladies, Tina, Crystal, where are you? They want to say a few words.
So from the bottom of our hearts, we are very, very grateful. Tina and I are very grateful that you chose Wheelchairs for Warriors this year. I know there are a lot of really great nonprofits out there to choose from, and we really appreciate you sacrificing your time to play golf. We know that was difficult. It's been a pleasure meeting each and every one of you, and I just want y'all to understand something. Mark really wanted to do all hands on deck and have all of you guys put together complex, rehab, custom-made wheelchairs for our warriors. But after seeing you play golf, I'm glad we went for the cash option. So I served in back, what?
No offense.
Yeah, no offense. I mean, how many hole-in-ones did we have? Exactly. So I served in Baghdad, Iraq for a couple of years with the Department of State. And while I was there, I saw a lot of tragedy, as you would imagine. And when I came back from that experience, I wanted to continue serving veterans and also first responders, anyone who has served our country in uniform. And if you have served our country as a veteran or first responder, please stand up. I know you're out there. I gave you some coins. So when I came back from Baghdad, I noticed that there was a desperate need in our warrior community for a basic human right, a wheelchair. It is shocking that a basic human right like a wheelchair is not being given to any veteran or first responder who needs them, who has served their country, lost the ability to walk, and can't get what they need. So Wheelchairs for Warriors serves veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty when they have been significantly delayed or denied care. It is sad that we must exist, but we do. And we could not move our mission forward without organizations like TICA. I said it right. Like the Ice Cream Association. So thank you very much. Again, Tina and I are very appreciative of everything you've done for us today. Thank you so much.
You see, this whole night is about celebrations. We are a family, as John had us all toast each other. And we have a lot of awards to give out tonight. So I don't want to steal the thunder of those awards, but I want to have those awards explain to you why those awards were created. So Dharmesh, our president-elect, would you please come on up?
Wow, we need some more caffeine in this room. All right, so my name is Dharmesh Vacharya. I work for Magnum Ice Cream Company. I am your AI-generated ChatGPT half co-pilot MC tonight. I'm also passionate about ice cream. So today, my goal is to give you a little background about what are the awards for and how the nominees have been chosen. There's a rigorous process when we have nominees. And I want to congratulate all the nominees, but we have to pick a few of them as winners. It's my privilege to guide you through one of the most meaningful parts of tonight's program, award ceremony. Now, these are not just shiny trophies and fancy titles. They are a celebration of the people who have churned, scooped, and sprinkled their way into the heart of our industry. Please allow me to walk you through some of the criteria we have. We have 3 awards, and as you can see on the stage, Hall of Fame, Doctorate of Ice Cream, and the new one we introduced in 2025, which is Industry of Excellence. Hall of Fame TICA is TICA's highest honor, reserved for the legends with 20 plus years in the ice cream world and 10 plus years of TICA membership. These are folks who have shaped the industry with leadership, service, and of course, a few brain freezes along the way. The Doctorate of Ice Cream is 10 plus years in the business, 5 plus years with TICA. This award honors those who have gone beyond business success to strengthen the very soul of our association. And lastly, the new one, which is the Industry of Excellence Award. We have 2 winners for tonight. These are for the rising stars with the 5 plus years in the industry and 2 plus years as a member. These innovators and change makers are driving the future one scoop at a time. And here's the info on how winners are chosen. Every nomination goes through a formal review from TICA Award Committee. Even I don't know who is in that committee. Using an objective scoring rubric, they look at service and leadership, innovation, community impact, and contribution to both TICA and the broader ice cream universe. No favoritism, no fluff, just pure merit. So whether you are a seasoned veteran or an emerging trailblazer, we encourage you to nominate those who inspire, lead, and elevate our industry. Because tonight, we don't just celebrate ice cream, we celebrate the people who make it legendary. So let me walk you through how you can nominate and how easy it is. And everybody hopefully have the TICA app. You can go to quick links and you can navigate to a nomination form. It's a very simple form, and I know your organization is full of incredible people doing exceptional work. Recognizing them is very easy. All it takes is filling out a simple form, no long process, no red tapes, just one small step to celebrate big achievements. Now let's begin the ceremony. Enough about that. I want to congratulate all the nominees. Our first award is Industry of Excellence Award. And let me give you a little background on that. The Industry of Excellence Award celebrates visionary leadership, innovation, and transformative impact within the ice cream industry. It recognizes leaders and organizations that set the standard for excellence, drive progress, and create lasting value for both the industry and the society. The winner of the first Industry of Excellence Award that we are presenting tonight is Bob Fisher. And I will invite Todd Michaels to present this award to Bob Fisher. Todd, if you don't mind coming on the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we gather not just to celebrate an achievement, but to honor a person whose impact on our industry goes far beyond spreadsheets, scoops, or strategy. We're here to recognize someone who has quietly, consistently, and selflessly shaped the very spirit of our ice cream community. Some might defer Bob as Rumpelstiltskin, but I like to think of him as the Wizard of Oz. Behind the scenes, making our business all come together in a better, stronger way. Let me tell you about the man we are honoring. First and foremost, he is a pillar of dedication. His commitment to the industry isn't just professional, it's personal. He's shown up for the hard conversations, the long meetings, and the moments when someone needed a steady hand or a listening ear. He's not just involved in it, he's invested in it. Years ago, when life-altering decisions were being made, Bob threw himself on the sword for what and who he believed in. Thank goodness we all survived and are here still today. Bob has shaped many of the industry leaders who've come through the system, including Richie Smith, Bruce Shoecraft, Mike Gardner, Steve Cox, and many others. Leaders because of his selfless leadership skills. He, behind the scenes, has also contributed to the success of many distributors, including Artica, Damien's, Sweetheart, Premium, Chili's, Velvet. The list goes on and on and on. By offering his time, his services, and his wisdom to review both best practices, financial principles, and route to market strategies. I can tell you personally, and now I could speak on behalf of Tony Jacobs, former owner of Damien's Ice Cream, who felt compelled to be here tonight, and Suhail Rafai of Sweetheart Ice Cream. Bob has played a huge part in all of our company's successes. Words cannot express our gratitude, Bob, for the contribution you have selflessly provided. I know our company's success would not be what it is today if not for you. Second, he's a friend, a true friend, the kind who gives his time freely, who shows up without being asked, and who always puts others first. In a world that celebrates ego, he's a quiet force of generosity, lifting others up and never seeking the spotlight. Third, his experience in finance is unmatched. Over the course of his career, he's proven that great financial leadership isn't just about numbers, it's about vision. He's not only a brilliant finance manager, but he's a remarkable operator. He understands how businesses run, how people work, and how to turn strategy into success. Bob began his career at Haagen-Dazs in finance at Teaneck, New Jersey. From there, he was fast-tracked to the Fort Apache in the Bronx, then on to Minnesota, until he was needed for a very troubled operation in Miami, Florida, where the Haagen-Dazs facility was losing approximately $2 million per year. Within 16 months, not only did he reduce the losses, but they actually made money for the first time in many years. Bob's processes, leadership skills, dedication, and hard work, and most of all, his brilliance. Fourth, his heart for philanthropy is something we all admire. He's a passionate supporter of causes like Give Kids the World. And his commitment to the children and families is woven into everything he does. We had a team meeting there a few years back. Bob was given the recognition for his commitments to the center that night. And boy, was he not thrilled, because he was the man who likes to fly under the radar, and that night he was being recognized. Whether it's through donations, voluntary work, or simply showing up, he gives back again and again. He still to this day personally handwrites the many letters that are mailed to him from Give Kids the World, and he personally replies to each and every one of them with a handwritten note. This is the person that we are blessed to honor today. And finally, what stands out most is his humility. He lives by a simple but powerful principle: others first. He always puts people ahead of himself, including his mother, family, and goes by the mantra of service before recognition, purpose ahead of pride. That's not just admirable, it's transformational. So tonight, we don't just say congratulations, we say thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your generosity and your example. You've made our industry better. You've made our community stronger. You've reminded us all of what it means to lead with heart. Please join me in celebrating my dear friend, this extraordinary individual, a true champion of our industry, and a true servant of others. To the industry's Wizard of Oz, congratulations, Bob Fisher.
Todd, thank you for the introduction and for the kind words. I'd like to meet this person you were talking about. Todd called me on Saturday to fill in some of the pieces over the last 40 years in ice cream, and much of it I had to really sit down and think about because I really couldn't recollect all the facts and all the mergers, acquisitions, and changes that occurred during that time frame. I started my career with Pillsbury in 1984. That was a year after Pillsbury acquired the Haagen-Dazs brand from the Mattis family. Spending time with Reuben Mattis and discussing the creation of the Haagen-Dazs brand, I knew this was an industry that I wanted to spend my career with. However, Pillsbury was just the beginning of a series of mergers, acquisitions, and divestitures. Pillsbury then became Grand Metropolitan, Diageo, Ice Cream Partners, Nestle Ice Cream Company, Eskimo Pie Frozen Distribution, a cup of coffee at Southwest Traders, Unilever in 2007, and now the Magnum Ice Cream Company, and I'm hoping that's the last company. During this time frame, I calculated that I worked for approximately 29 different managers, of which 5 are in this room tonight, possibly more. I know Bruce is here, Mike Gardner, Randy Martin, Javier, and of course Steve Cox. I've been very fortunate to work for some of the great companies and organizations in this world, but more importantly, I'm grateful for the people along the way that I have met and formed lifelong relationships with, both within my organization, the distributor community, and other ice cream organizations as well. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Bob. You deserve it. All right, the next Industry of Excellence Award are a dynamic duo. The winners are Rob Kalek and Steve Matthews. Here to present the award is Joe Kalek. Please, Joe, if you can help me introduce them. Thank you.
All right. I was a little nervous, but because I'm the younger guy. So, but John said this is a good week to talk about companies in the industry and kind of tell our story. So, Rob and Steve, they've been best friends since first grade. Even though Rob, my dad, he insists that they're not friends. And they've also been business partners for over 40 years. They had a hoagie shop, they had a deli, they had an ice cream shop, whole thing. Together, they've built Philadelphia Water Ice, one of the most well-established names in the Italian ice industry across the entire U.S. Started out as a small shop in Northeast Philly, has grown into one of the leading suppliers of water ice and ice cream throughout the Philadelphia and Jersey Shore region. Beyond our local distribution, we are partnered with some amazing distributors and retailers that share our product with the entire country. Along the way, they have also built a well-known South Jersey brand, Richmond's Ice Cream, which has become a staple in the Northeast region of the country, and they have 7 of their own retail shops, including 2 of the busiest in the Jersey Shore. Even with all their success, they still show up to work every day. Well, not Steve on Fridays. You will still see Rob picking up trash at an ice cream shop. I mean, they run huge companies and they show up every day and they do the littlest things. Steve will still do merchandising routes just to check up on our freezers. That's just really who they are. No matter how big their company gets, they stay in it, grinding like they always have. It truly is a family business. My brother Matt and Steve's son Josh, they really run all the operations, logistics, inventory. Steve's son Aaron and myself, we work in the sales department. My fiance Sarah and my sister Sam, they run our 7 retail locations. Sam also attempts to do the HR department, but with these two, you can probably imagine what that looks like. I may be the one introducing them, one because I'm the best looking. But my siblings and cousins have been working incredibly hard for 10 to 15 years together, and I recently finished up school and jumped into an amazing situation because of them, because of Rob, because of Steve, and their passion for the family business that we have. And we cannot forget about the wives, my mom Kathleen and my Aunt Rhonda. They have been by Rob and Steve's side every step of the way, supporting them, breaking up the fights, just helping keep the boat afloat. They also still work in the business a few days a week. I think just to keep an eye on me, my siblings, and my cousins. But they're a huge part of the success we're celebrating tonight. It's honestly a TV, they can make a TV sitcom out of some of our work days. The stories go on forever. But I could speak for myself, my 2 siblings, my cousins, and when I say, like, the best part above all else is having a dad who cares and an uncle who cares just as much as your dad. We want to thank you both for the life you provided us, you've allowed us to have. We love you guys. So finally, the winners of this year's Industry of Excellence Award, Rob Kalk and Steve Matthews.
It's my turn. Step back. Stay back. Hold on. I'm an old man now. Need glasses. I want to thank Tika very much for this award. It's amazing. It's an amazing night. We had an amazing day at golf. Thank you, Mark. It was amazing. It's terrific. It's amazing to hear your son talk about you in those words. It's very touching, and it's upsetting, and it's amazing. And I guess that's what almost 6 years of college gets you. And he has a bachelor's degree, and he has a master's degree in business, and he has not worked 40-hour week yet. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Can't believe they gave me the speaker here, the mic, on election night, but I'm not going down that road. Don't worry, we're good. I thought this would be a good time to go over the Philadelphia Water Ice product list with everyone. We'll start with Cherry. Okay. The board had to pick, there's a rule that they had to pick one person for this award, but they made an exception. They picked 2 people for this award, which is thank you very much. But if you did have to pick one, which one would it be? We're just curious. Would it be me? Was it me who had the most votes, or no? Okay, all right. But no, it's you. Okay, you'll see it in our video tomorrow. Yeah. So let me just start. Let me just thank the kids. Thank you very much, Joe. An amazing speech, and I'm very proud of you. You're an amazing guy. And Joe's engaged. He's getting married next year. And he's got an amazing fiance. Sarah's terrific, and I love you. My son, Matt. I've been working with Matt, my son, since he's about 5 years old. He's a terrific guy. It's amazing. Every day we're together at work, just working. Yeah. My daughter Samantha, she works in my office with me every day. We work together. She's an amazing person, amazing mommy to my granddaughter Mia, and she is, again, it's just I'm very lucky. My wife Kathleen is here. We've been together almost 40 years. It's amazing. I love you. And also here is Steve's kids are here, Josh and Aaron. We work together every day again. Terrific guys, terrific dads. Guys are just terrific, amazing. I love you guys. And Steve's wife Rhonda's here. Love you. She's in the office working too. We all work together. Don't ask me how that works, but we do it. But in any case, and to my friend Steve, I want to say thank you. And you are my friend. We're just kidding. We've been friends for almost 50 years. We're both turning 60 this year, and I love you too. Okay, Steve, time's up.
Rob said everything that he said is correct. He thanked our family. I want to thank our family too. And Joe, you're also my godson. You didn't say that, so it's. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Joe, because Joe went behind our back and submitted the application for us to be honored here. So again, kudos to you, Joe. I think it's great to be able to look down at the younger generation, not just my kids, but like Bruce's kids in his company, and see, the new regime coming up and the ideas that they have and stuff that they do that they gave me a speech and said, well, your speeches aren't that good, so why don't you just put it into Chat GTP, whatever it's called. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But it actually did a pretty good job. So I'm going to read a quick abbreviated speech that, it's my speech. It just cleaned it up a little bit, but and I know John Correa was like, I wouldn't even hire anybody that uses that to do a speech. And I'm like, maybe I should delete this, but I'm going to go ahead. So it is an honor to receive the award tonight. And to be recognized, I'm really humbled to be recognized among the amazing people that are out there in the audience. And I know many of you, and many of you know me for years. We've been very, very lucky to be a member of the Ice Cream Association. And I'm really glad that Mike Gardner changed it to the Ice Cream Association, because it was really hard to say the International Association of Ice Cream Vendors and Distributors. I can still get that right. And the only bad thing about TICA is you put it in the computer and this CAT program comes up. I'm like, what the hell is this? Didn't you check that first, Mike? You can't have everything. So our company, just a little bit about our company, and it's up there, Philadelphia Water Ice. We are a small company, family-owned company. We've got amazing people working for us that have been with us for a very long time. Just like I look in this room and I see so many friends that are out there that work for their companies for a very long time, and you guys are the best. I mean, you give it all you got, and it's a very passionate business. So love that. We started out, did everything. Like Joe said, we kind of still do everything, or at least I do. And yes, I don't come in on Fridays, but I have a phone and I do sales. So as everybody in this room that does sales knows, you never stop working. So Joe, I'm working on Fridays and Saturdays. On the boat, yeah. There were long notes, very long nights, and hard times along the way. Me and Rob just really wanted to pay the bills. Yeah, nobody would hire us. That's the only reason we went in business for ourselves. No college education. I actually grew up pretty poor, didn't even know it until I got a little older. Rob kind of, had a little bit of a, family that was in business, but he helped me out and took me in and said, I'm going to give you 50, this is a true story, I'll give you 50 cents a bucket for every bucket of Italian ice you sell. And I sold so much of the buckets of Italian ice that he said, I better make you my partner because you're making more money than I am. And that's a true story. That's how Philadelphia Water Ice started. Again, I just want to thank everybody that's in the room that's wouldn't be here without our customers. A lot of customers are in the room. So many people that I learned from in this room that taught me, and I really couldn't have done it without the Ice Cream Association because I think it took me to a new level, meeting people that are very successful and have been very successful in the business and had years over me when that happened. So you guys must really be old that I'm talking about now because I just hit 60. So, but again, thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to both of you, but I want to give really a round of applause to Joe, who did an awesome job, correct? Nice work. And for Steve, ChatGPT is like 2010 Windows. You might want to use Grok, it's the latest one. Okay, all right, so we're going to start. I'll give you a little background about the Doctorate of Ice Cream Award. We recognize lifetime achievement and enduring contributions to the ice cream industry. It honors pioneers whose leadership, innovation, and commitment to education have shaped the industry's growth, inspired future generations, and strengthened the community behind. So to invite, we have 2 doctorate winners this year. Our first Doctorate of Ice Cream Award winner is John Coughlin. And here to present the award, I would like to invite Melissa Lung. Please welcome Melissa.
Taika. Yes. And Scott Hoff said it really well, tie your shoes. Taika. That's how I'm remembering it now. Good evening, everyone. It's a true honor and a very special moment for me to introduce this year's Doctorate of Ice Cream Award recipient, my dad, John Coughlin. It's going to take a bit. My dad's story isn't about fame or titles. It's about courage and hard work and family. Moment. 40 years ago, he left Ireland with a dream and a whole lot of determination. He started with just 8 Dickie D ice cream bicycles in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. There was no guarantees, no investors, just incredible work ethic, a few freezers, and a belief that good things come from putting your heart into what you do. Over the years, that small beginning grew into what is now Transcold Distribution, a company that serves customers across Canada and in the United States. But more importantly, it became a place that reflects who he is: loyal, humble, and fiercely committed to his team. Growing up, I watched my dad build something from nothing, not for recognition, but to create opportunities for others and to build a better life for his family. He taught me that leadership is about showing up every day, doing the right thing, even when it's hard, and treating people with respect. And while tonight's award has his name on it, it really belongs to 2 people. My mom, Erin, has been by his side every step of the way. From those early days of bikes and freezers to every new warehouse, challenge, and success. She's been his partner in every sense of the word. And none of this would have happened without her strength and support. Dad, we are so proud of you. You've built more than a business. You've built a legacy of perseverance, generosity, and love that will last long after tonight. So please join me in congratulating this year's Doctorate of Ice Cream Award honoree, my dad, John Copland. I know.
Thank you, my dear. Very good. Very shy. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, darling. Good evening, everybody. For those of you out there, introduction. For those of you out there that do business with Transco Distribution, right? You'd obviously would be dealing with Melissa mostly. She's normally not that soft. Okay? So don't think that she's soft, okay? I've trained her better than that. I just want to emphasize that. Okay? Anyway, thank you very much. This is truly an incredible honor. So when I first started out, as Melissa had alluded to, in the ice cream business, it was very simple. I don't know, but a lot of people in the room would know Dickie D ice cream bicycles. But I was managing a little grocery store in Ottawa, and I used to go out every morning about 10:15 for my cigarette break. At the time I was smoking. And all I could see was this truck and trailer going down the street. Every time, 10 o'clock, 10:15, and it had these white things on the back of the trailer. And I'm like, holy shit, like what are those? So anyway, what I did was I timed myself, and what I did was I followed the trailer, and the guy stopped the trailer. And I said, hey, and he was a Dutch guy. So I said to him, hey, I said, what are these things? Like, what's happening here? So he explained to me the business of Dickie D and how it works and how he was peed off because he's been in it for so long now, he's tired and all that. And I said, great. I said, I'll help you out. And he says, well, I'm not hiring anybody. I said, no. I said, I'll take 50% of your business. I said, you tell me, right? And I said, don't think that you're going to get any money out of me because you're not. But what I will do is I'll give you 25 cents on every dozen ice cream I sell for the whole summer, right? And I did do that. And I gave him a fistful of cash. And basically, I'm like, this is great. You go, you get on a bike, you sell an ice cream. You get money in, and you do the same thing. And then you get these, everybody says it was teenagers, right? But they were adults that was driving these bicycles, pushing these bicycles around the place, right? Now, the interesting thing about that is, as our esteemed leaders that we have here will tell you, that the Dickie D thing in Canada, from what I observed, it just showed me that there was trends, so many different trends in the ice cream business, right? And this trend, you could get lots of staff during, we'll say, from 1986, right, all the way down to about 1993, 1994. And what was that trend? That trend was in Canada, McDonald's and Canadian Tire and I don't know, all these fast food places hadn't got into the cities yet. So you had a pile of, school people, university students, that was quite willing for 20% commission, right, to go out and peddle ice cream. And that's what it was. But then the minute the McDonald's came in and they were getting paid by the hour and guaranteed the income, right, that was it. Then Dickie D went slowly down. a different trend started. But anyway, I could stay here all night with that. Some lady, Amber, I think is her name out there, she got a warning from Melissa about me, and she said to Melissa said to her, I don't think it's a good idea to give my dad a microphone. All right? So she's given me this electronic gadget, which actually I lost already. So much for that. And it buzzes in your pocket, right? When it's time to get off the stage. And I'm like, baby, you don't even know me. Okay? Anyway, get back on point here. This is going to kill me now after this. But anyway, in those days, that was 1986 area, in those days, the only worries I had as far as my ice cream business and starting my ice cream business at the time was either the lids falling off of in my van that was restocking the ice cream bicycles. That was it. Oh man, the ice cream is going to melt and all that kind of stuff. But the thing about it was that that was the only problems I had. Today, I just want to go out and sell ice cream. I'll pay you. Manufacturers, I'll pay you. Just let me go out and sell ice cream. Not with all these politics that we got going on and this and that and the next thing. And every year, they're different, but it's a circle, right? Everything comes around, right? But they're fun too. I like these arguments every now and again, right? First and foremost, on a serious note, first and foremost, I would like to thank the IAICVWXYZ, the Ice Cream Association, and specifically Mr. Mike Gardner, thank you. Mark Santini, great job. Dharmesh, great job. And a lot of other people out there, like Steve Cox out there, and Bruce Shoecraft over there when he was selling ice cream. I don't know what he's selling now, but anyway. So I want to thank them for the help, for the support, right, and their help in directing me for the recognition. I'm about to lose my part here now. Anyway, so they're helping in directing me in recognizing and being grateful for their help in the business and putting me in the right direction. That's what I was trying to say. I also want to extend my heartfelt thanks to many companies who has been part of the journey for Transcode. The Magnum Ice Cream Company, thank you very much. Formerly Unilever Ice Cream, and before that, Good Humor Briars, and before that, and before that, and before that. And then, as well as Mars Ice Cream, who's been a very good partner of ours, Tropical Foods, Dreyer's Grand Ice Cream, Wells Blue Bunny, right? Really appreciate it. Thank you for your support, your friendship, and the healthy competition that has kept us all striving to be better every year, right? I'd like to give a very special thank you, and unfortunately this gentleman can't be here tonight because his mom is not well in Toronto, but I'd like to give a special thank you to the Barish family, specifically Sid, the dad, and Alan, and as I said, his mom is not well. Alan is normally here every year, so I texted him and I said, "Where the hell are you?" "I'm in Toronto, my mother isn't well." Oh my God. So anyway, he just wanted to send out his regards to everybody. To my team, right, I want to especially recognize Hank Henry Heatherly over there. He's our general manager for the US business. Hank, your leadership, direction, and commitment has been instrumental and helpful, helping Transcode grow and thrive south of the border. And I'm grateful every day for the way you represent our values and our vision. Other than Melissa and Erin, my wife, there's a lady here that we invited tonight. I call her my money woman, right? She's the only woman that I know that spends more money than my wife. Okay. All right. And that's Terry. Terry's been with us for many, many years. And she was based out of Seattle. Actually, today she lives here in Phoenix, right? And So Terry, okay. So now, most importantly, my family, right? To my wife, Erin, none of this would have been possible without you. You've been my partner through every late night, every warehouse move, every risk and reward. You believed in me from the beginning. And I know I could never have done any of this without your strength, patience, and love. So thank you very much, Erin. Let's just give her a round of applause. To my children, Melissa and Shane, right? Shane is unfortunately can't be here. He's has retired from the ice cream business and he's now driving public transport bus in Kingston, and he loves that job. He decided that he didn't want to get into the ice cream business because he's going to leave all the pressure to his sister. Sometimes we think that's a smart thing, right? Anyway, Melissa and Shane, thank you for supporting me throughout this journey from the beginning. And to my son-in-law, Jason, who joined the party 15 years ago, and he's still alive, thank you as well. I'm grateful for the part you played in my story. This award for me is about more than ice cream. It's about people. It's about taking a small chance, working hard, having faith, being honest, and have faith in the good things that will come if you stay true to what matters. I'm grateful for every person that has been part of this story, friends, colleagues, partners, and my incredible teams who have helped build something I could never have done alone. This is not me, this is my team. This is Melissa, right? And her team's out there now, right? So tonight, I accept this honor with gratitude, humility, and pride. And on behalf of my family, our team, and everyone who shared in this adventure, thank you all for your friendship, your support, and for keeping the amazing industry full of heart, humor, and simple joy that ice cream brings to people everywhere. Especially one of my favorite sayings is, why do I like to sell ice cream? Because you ever see a person eating an ice cream with a frown in their face? No, they always have a smile in their face, right? So there you go, thank you. I appreciate everything, and thank you to the association.
Well, Melissa, you were right about John. And John, you're right about Melissa. She's a tough negotiator. I would prefer you than her. Thank you. So we have one more award to go. It's been a pleasure being your host tonight. Thank you for all your recognition. Please congratulate these winners tonight. They've given their life to the industry. They've contributed a lot. So if you cross the path, please congratulate them again. All right, so the next Doctorate of Ice Cream Award winner is Eduardo Navarro. And here to present the award is Mayo Rude. Can I invite Mayo, please?
Well, thank you very much for having me this evening. And the Trans-Cole family, you're a tough act to follow. That was a beautiful story and just a joy to listen to. So, as you mentioned, my name is Mayo Rude. I'm with Great Dane, and it's my absolute pleasure to be here and an honor to be with this group. I started with Johnson truck bodies, refrigerated truck bodies, about 20 years ago, and many of you I know use that equipment, and we thank you for that. And that's actually how I came to meet Eduardo Navarro back in 2007. It's been a bit. He says now that I have to refer to him as Dr. Navarro. So I just for the record, I even changed my password, my Taika password, to say Dr. Navarro, believe it or not. Yeah. I'm not giving the whole thing, but
So when I met him back in 2007, I was tasked with luring him away from his then employer to bring him on board to Johnson Refrigerated Truck Bodies. He was working with International Truck at the time, now known as Navistar. He was setting up dealerships all over the world, and the president at the time said, if you can get him on board, I might keep you too. So I decided, you know what, that's a good idea. So I'm gonna meet this guy and get him on board, and I did. Although it was tough with all the various time zones. I think we talked once. He was in Africa and I was in Wisconsin, and we connected, but we got the deal done, and I've been bragging about that ever since. At the time, Eduardo, still living in California today, was living in California, which made things interesting when you think that we had to bring him into Wisconsin to interview for the director of business development role that we had in place for him. And he ultimately had to spend a significant amount of time there in the winter to train on the product that he was tasked with selling. So we decided the best thing to do was probably, to bring him into the fold and to help him perfect his cold chain management practices, that we would teach him a little Wisconsin life lesson, like ice fishing, snowmobiling, a very important skill of how to survive a Midwestern winter without losing a toe. And he did. He adapted quickly. Though you may notice if you spend much time with Eduardo, he still usually wears a scarf to this day, no matter what the temperature is out, and he's just never quite gotten over the lesson that he learned in Wisconsin. I don't think he's ever fully recovered, but he didn't just adapt; he thrived. I've literally seen Eduardo, as you know, he's bilingual. I've seen him with a phone in each hand speaking English to one customer and Spanish to another, and going back and forth and back and forth. And he does it seamlessly, which is just amazing to me, because I can barely speak English, just one language, well, but he just keeps on going. He's a tireless advocate for the customer, for the ice cream industry, and for doing things the right way. And somehow he manages to do all of that without losing sight of his corporate objectives with the organization. Eduardo earned his Bachelor of Science in Finance from Northern Illinois University, and later his MBA with an emphasis in finance and strategic management from DePaul's Driehaus College of Business. He's a husband, a proud father of two. His resume is really quite impressive, no doubt. But that's not what makes Eduardo, truly exceptional. What sets Eduardo apart, what really defines him, is his integrity. It's not his MBA or his bilingual multitasking or even his encyclopedic knowledge of refrigerated transport. No, Eduardo's greatest attribute is simply he's just a really good man. When he says he's going to do something, he does it, often at great personal expense, time, effort, even money. And because of that, he's built very strong, long-lasting bonds throughout the transportation industry, and especially within the Ice Cream Association. Now, you might be wondering, how does a guy from the truck body manufacturing world end up receiving a doctorate of ice cream from the industry that he serves? Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't from scooping cones or perfecting the swirl. No, it was probably earned the hard way through years of dedication, advocacy, and yes, as we mentioned, integrity. And while we're still waiting for Harvard to recognize this particular degree, we hear it comes with sprinkles. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But we couldn't be more happier for him as an organization, and we thank you for recognizing him this evening. We're very proud of him. We're very proud of our friend and our cohort. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming the latest recipient of the Doctorate of Ice Cream, the one and only Eduardo Navarro. have to be a better guy. Go and leave him alone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mayo. Thank you very much. First, I want to take this opportunity to thank the board members, an incredible team at the main office, Amanda, Linsley, we got CJ, Becca. I mean, there's a whole team back there that make these things possible. Your dedication does not go unnoticed. I really appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you for the support throughout the years, but most importantly, I want to recognize the members of this association. Year after year, you show up. You're here, like sometimes without your families, and you're eager to learn. You're eager to engage with manufacturers, with vendors, with suppliers, with each other. Your commitment is really what keeps this association and this community thriving. So thank you. You know, I belong to other associations, other organizations, and I always look forward to this event. It feels less like a conference and more like a family reunion. I know many of you personally. I always admire John's story. Thank you, John. That was quite a bit of, I've always admired you and your family, your business. So I deeply appreciate your friendship, the relationships that we've formed throughout the years. And every November, you know, we get this chance to reconnect, to meet new faces, new products, to taste different things, and talk about our business. And from time to time, we try to size the competition too, right? See what's going on. But despite the differences, despite all of our different industries, we come together with one goal, and that's to advance the industry. I want to thank my wife. She's not here tonight, but she's probably hooked up in Microsoft Teams. I gave her the link, so hopefully you're listening. Kim, thank you. Thank you to my family for the unwavering support. I couldn't do this without their support. You know, I'm always on the road about 2 weeks out of the month or more, and I couldn't do this without all the support back home. Thank you, Mayo, for that introduction. You know, Mayo asked me some years ago, hey, why are you stuck around? Why, you know, you've been given other opportunities? And truly, one of the main reasons I really enjoy working with you, Mayo. Your leadership and knowledge of the industry is what kind of kept me around, and I'm better for that, so thank you. Another reason why I stayed is because I love the industry and what I do. To the young professionals that are just starting, always seek the right balance between the job, the people that you work with, and the industry you're in. Think of it like a three-legged stool. Sometimes you love the job, but you kind of hate the people, right? Or you like the industry, but you don't like the job. So the magic happens when you have all those three components. And I was fortunate enough to find this combination in the capital goods industry, in transportation, in trucks, in truck equipment. You know, we get the opportunity to design equipment for a wide range of applications and to help our customers grow their business, whether it's dairy, furniture, pharmaceuticals, and yes, my personal favorite, ice cream transportation and distribution. Because, you know, as we say in our industry, if you bought it, a truck brought it. So think about that. A truck is always bringing goods to your home. So if you bought it, a truck brought it. And another thing that we say in the TICA Association that I always remember, If you don't like ice cream, I can't trust you. One final thought for the next generation of leaders that are here in this room and in the association. Build nurturing, genuine relationships with your colleagues, with your customers, even with competition. That's one thing that I've always enjoyed, building relationships. That's one of the best things about our industry. And do it with pride, with honesty. I started in the industry in finance and treasury, but always had a passion for sales. No one told me how hard it was going to be, but I stuck with it. And tonight, again, I want to thank you for this recognition, but I want to leave you with a passage that was shared with me some years ago, and it stayed with me, and this is about sales. And it goes like this. You can lie to a salesman. You can lie to a salesman and still go to heaven. Request their proposals and make him dance. Because a salesman will trick you and take your money. If you lie to them first, they'll never get the chance. Oh, salesmen are useful. Don't get me wrong. Though they're fountains of free advice. So hook them with hope and string them along and beat them to death on price. Every night at sundown, if you listen, you can hear it, like ghostly specters from beyond the pale. Digitized voices rising from their chambers. It's the spirits of salesmen trapped inside voicemail. Hi, Fred. It's Steve. Getting back to you. I've got good news on that price. Why don't you give me a shout so we can take the next step? I left this message twice. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, we have about 10 more speakers. No, it's the end here is coming soon. It's 9:18. So we have about 7 minutes. So I'm going to bring Mark up here in a minute. Taika, right? Okay. Wow, I tell you what, we started this event around 6 o'clock outside, came inside, had a great dinner, and then just witnessed for the last hour or so. That's why we're here. So, and Terry, you don't spend more. My wife, Joan Correo, spends. She's professional. So, anyway, don't tell her that. Hey, so once again, congratulations again to all of our award winners. Your innovation and dedication continues to raise the bar for our industry. Next few days are packed with great things, from new product showcases, networking events, to workshops, supplier, and customer spotlights to make this convention so valuable. On behalf of the... You guys are good. Ice Cream Association, thank you for making this community what it is. Stay cool, stay connected, and let's keep the momentum going. So with that, tomorrow, a little housekeeping, 8 o'clock networking breakfast, 9 o'clock opening remarks by Mr. Santini. At the end of this, after Mark comes up here, we have some additional photos. So all the winners the award winners. If you can come up here, some additional photos. And with that, put your hands together for Mr. Mark Santini.
One more time for the award winners. Please stand. Let's give them a round of applause. So a few changes, and so we had a slight change in the schedule this week. With most large organizations, things happen and policy changes that come about. Our CVS presentation for Thursday has been changed. CVS is not allowing their presenters to present to large groups. However, Ben is still coming here, is committed to coming here to speak to our distributor partners and our manufacturer partners one-on-one with small mini sessions. The leaders of each of those groups will be getting an email tonight for you to pick a time slot for you to sit down one-on-one with Ben to go over the CVS presentation. So slight change, but we're still going to be able to meet with him based on the available time slots that we have. So first come, first serve. So make sure when you look at that, please communicate with your teams and pick those time slots. So again, apologize for that change. And unfortunately, like most companies, we got to follow what our policies are with those organizations. With that, as John mentioned, the next 2 days are packed full of still some fun. So please enjoy the rest of this evening and look forward to the next 2 days. So thank you.